attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah. This should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. Now here's Pirtle, and that one good.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Quickly against Young. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. From the arc. And it's Quickly. That time on the assist by Barrett.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Johnson against Barnes. Pass to Young. Puts up a 3. Drills it from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that one's good. Quickly.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Here's Risache. Pirtle grabs a miss.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. They simply can't miss right now.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions, he's unselfish, he's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Ingram. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look, just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Daniels. Here's Johnson. Takes a 3. On target from range.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Young against Quickly. Now Ingram. The steal. From deep. Daniels misses. Raptors lead by 4. Outside Ingram. From downtown. Drops in the 3. Ingram's got 8 points.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. Baseline try. And he buries his first look.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Toronto has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. Pass to Barrett. The 3-ball. Okongwu with the rebound. Atlanta's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Pass to Daniels. Here's Risache, guarded by Barrett. Johnson on the wing. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
The 3 from Quickly. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
Hey, had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Now here's Young. Give him 8. And the three off target. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Ingram, no good. Hawks trail by 4. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Here's Rizachet, guarded by Barrett. Picked up by Okongwu. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by Pirtle. He got it up. No luck on that one. A big-time effort for Emmanuel Quickley, providing a lot of energy for... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Rizachet in at the small forward position. So that's the Hawks 5. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Young misses. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. There's the triple. He drops it from range. Ingram's got 11.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Atlanta.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Rizachet. Let's go with a 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Barrett passes to Pirtle. Back to Barrett. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Daniels. Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Young. Here's Rizachet, guarded by Barrett. And a deep 3 from Young. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ingram finds Barrett. On the push, here comes Atlanta. Young, the pass to Okongwu. The kick out to Young. The 3 from Rizachet. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Barrett. Toronto leading by 5. From behind the arc. The shot off that time.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Daniels. Puts up a deep 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 3 assists tonight. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. Great stuff there. Thank you. Daniels misses. The Raptors with a lead. And here's Ingram outside. Fires in the triple. Ingram's got 14 points for the game.
A crafty play there by Ingram, using the pull-up jumper to beat the defense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Toronto leading by 8. High arcing shot. And that one's good. Quickly. 10 points for him.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Stolen by Quickly. Barrett with it. And it's Young picking him up. Barrett into the lane. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's a Kongu. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
On the wing, Daniels, guarded by Barrett, pass to Young. From the wing, here's Risache. From outside the arc, connects from downtown. Risache's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The three, Barrett. The rebound by Atlanta.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Here's Risache, guarded by Barrett. The three. Risache, no good. Outside Barrett. 2 on the clock. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Toronto Raptors finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Coach Quinn Snyder.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
To center court and get ready for the fan half court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. Hawks trail by 8, so the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Dick, and it's Shed in at the point. Niang outside. It's LeVert on the wing. The three.
Confidence.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Cadillac DeVille with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers. Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5. Now, here is Young. Offline with his 3. Wiggins in the post. He's against Young. Hero from long range. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Over Wiggins. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Rizachet.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Adebayo with the screen on Young. The offensive rebound. Adebayo on the follow.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And Young kicks to Okongwu. Johnson from outside. Traps in the tray. Johnson's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Ware passes to Wiggins. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
What a response here from Wiggins, marching right back and answering with a triple.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Young passes to Johnson. Stolen by Hero. To the middle. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Bam with great hands there to leap up and time that one.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Young with no one around. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Hero, no good. The Hawks leading with a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Okongwu with a screen on Hero. Pass to Okongwu on the wing, Daniels. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here's Okongwu. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Daniels dishes to Johnson. Over Adebayo. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Adebayo finds Wiggins. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Wiggins has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Heat. Pass to Rizachet. From past the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. The Heat have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Wiggins, a screen on Johnson. They get the rebound, and Wiggins able to finish.
And man, I love it when Wiggins gets vertical. Such an impressive athlete.
The Hawks trail by 3. Daniels with it, now defended by Wiggins. Here's Rizachet. The Hawks again can't hit. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Daniels inside the line. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Daniels has got 5 now.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Heat. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Hey, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that one's good. Daniels.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a play.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And here is Hero. After Jalen Johnson getting his shot to go from deep. On the wing, Daniels. Burks covering. Daniels, no good. The Heat trail by 3. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 11.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins, deadly enough from that spot. So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
It's good from long range.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive. Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Hero. Adebayo with the screen on Young. Hero, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Ricochet. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Wiggins sets a screen for Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. Lets it go with a 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 5 rebounds tonight. Break since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. The Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And Wiggins, right now, it's a buffet out there. He's getting everything he wants in spoonfuls.
3-pointer, Daniels. They get it back to the right side. Back to Okongwu. Pass to Ricochet. 5 on the clock. Buries it from 3-point range. Ricochet's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Got to get out on that if you're the defense. This rookie Ricochet can really do damage from the perimeter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Johnson kicks to Okongwu. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Hero against Young. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Bam connecting from the outside. That makes him scary when he's knocking down Jays.
Young outside. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Down low, and stolen by Okongwu. Daniels with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Stolen by Hero. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And stolen by Okongwu. The kick out to Young. It's stolen by Adebayo. And it's the Heat on the break. Lots of room. The shot, no good. But if it goes, oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Terrence Mann. Man's out there with George Niang. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. And Jovic gets it to go. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
Hawkins with the steal.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
The Hawks trail by 3. Capella finds LeVert. From deep. The rebound by Kevin Love. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. Good ball movement here by Miami. Hits the jumper in space. Jovic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Over in the corner, Hawkins hits the three-point bomb.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. That has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Capella. Pass to Niang for 3. Robinson pulls it in. Miami leading by 5. Mitchell passes to Jovic. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big 3, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Count that one. The Heat have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Lets it go from deep. And no good. The Hawks trail by 6. A solo fast break. And the jam by Larry Nance.
One of the things that we saw in the early part of his career with the Lakers is how dangerous he can be in transition. These are opportunities where he salivates.
Pass to Jovic. They set the pick. No good on the triple.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
LeVert inside the line. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Now just a 2-point Heat lead. Here's Jovic. There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Jovic. Three-pointer, just 4 to shoot. The Heat get it back. And a new 14. Love buries it down low. Love's got his first bucket in this one.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
LeVert the pass to Mann. The three. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Mann's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Jovic. Fires the three. Atlanta with the rebound.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
For Miami, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Here's Love. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Hawks trailing. LeVert kicks to Niang for the lead. Sinks the three-pointer.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? The coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
Mitchell passes to Jovic from outside the arc. And he's good on the three ball. Jovic has got 11 here in this quarter alone. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
LeVert the pass to Mann. Three-pointer. That one's not going to go. Got it off in time. Can't hit that one. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. We've got Kevin Love. Mitchell is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. Here's Jovic. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now LeVert. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. And the Hawks lead by 4. Heat shooting 43% from the floor. Mitchell outside. Pass to Jovic. Good on the triple.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Capella with it. Now defended by Mitchell. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Adebayo kicks to Burks. Shoots over Johnson. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
So many things that Adebayo does as a big man, but it's that passing skill that really separates it.
Pass to Rizichet. Fires from the wing. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Hero attacking. And that one is stuffed right through.
In a flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Young driving the lane. Johnson from outside. Cans it from downtown. And that's 11 points for Jalen Johnson.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
The The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Riza-Shea. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists in the game. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Burks. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Burks has got 5 points now this quarter.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Riza-Shea with it. Shoots. And Ware pulls it down.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Wiggins dishes to Burks. Top of the key. And another basket for Miami. The Hawks trail by 3. Young outside. After Riza-Shea. Jacks up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Hero. Rebound by the Hawks. 1:33 left in the game. On the wing, Johnson. Stolen by Hero. Wiggins passes to Hero. No good with the triple. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Daniel. Here's Young. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that. It will cost you another play.
Burks kicks to Wiggins. The 3. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And Wiggins stepping up in a big moment. That's huge for this ball club.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Hero. From deep, Johnson. Here's Okongwu. Here's Riza-Shea. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Coming up big. What poise from Riza-Shea on that clutch bucket.
Burks, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Burks. Adebayo with a screen for Burks. Adebayo finds Hero. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. Up again. It counts.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And a deep 3 from Young. No good on the quick 3.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played.
Much appreciated.
fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Bam Adebayo. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Burks for three. He drops it from range.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
On target from range.
Yeah, this is how competitive Ingram is, getting his revenge with a three of his own.
Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Barrett. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, Toronto with a triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Adebayo passes to Burks. Back to Adebayo. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out.
And what I love about Adebayo is he picks smart shots to take. Just an efficient offensive player.
Quickly's got space. Miami grabs the miss.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
And it's Ware missing. Toronto's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Pass to Barnes. Back to Barrett. Here's Pirtle. And another basket for Toronto.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot.
Here's Ware. Here's the three. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away. That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
Pass to Barrett. The three is up. That shot off the mark. The Heat have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Ware. And here's Adebayo. There's the three. They get it back. Tries yet again. And it's good on the layup. Ware's got 5 now.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
Hits the trifecta.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
And here's Ingram outside. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. From the arc. And it's Ware missing. Raptors trail by 4. Barrett with it, guarded by Adebayo. Barrett can't hit.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Lets it fly. Pirtle grabs a miss. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, the teardrop falls in. He's got 7.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Here's Quickly. And yep, a couple of bounces and it falls.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ware. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Quickly outside. Pirtle, the pass to Barrett. The three. Sinks the tray.
Yeah, this is what Barrett does best. A talented scorer who keeps things simple on the offensive end.
And here's Adebayo. Hero for three. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And that concludes a back and forth. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mitchell. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the center position. Now here's Barrett. Back to Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. 5 on the clock. No good with a jumper from the wing. Heat leading by 4. Outside Burks. Jacks up at 3. Barnes with the rebound. Toronto shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Shot is good by Barrett.
He's an opportunistic scorer in the open floor. Barrett makes sure to take advantage of these chances whenever he can.
From about 19, Ware, that's good. Ware's got 9.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Outside Ingram. Let's go with a 3. Pass to Barrett. Takes the 3. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Wiggins finds Adebayo. From the corner. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. He has 7.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game, Stan, catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Here's Mitchell. Toronto making their last shot.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Outside Ingram. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami leading by 3. From deep, Mitchell. Quickly with a rebound. The Raptors have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. 3 from Barnes. And the Raptors get it back. Ingram, the pass to Barrett. Back to Ingram. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. It's a tie ball game.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Pass to Wiggins. No good with the triple. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Shot is good by Barrett.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Burks for 3. Here's Ware to end the run. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Ware's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Barnes passes to Quickly. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Wiggins. He has 7. Puts up a 3. Barnes, no good. Miami trailing. Adebayo passes to Burks. 3-pointer, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Adebayo over to help. The 3 from Barnes. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in the game. Outside Mitchell. Lets the three fly. Drills it from deep. Mitchell's got 6. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Elbow shot. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Barnes. And here's Ingram outside. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Adebayo sets a screen. And it's Ware missing. Fires away from way outside. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for the Toronto Raptors, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Drum sleeve. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
We've got Grady Dick, and it's Mobo in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Pass to Shed. Shoots over Jaquez. Shed, that's good. Shed's got his first 2 points. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, Coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
And so here is Miami after the basket by Toronto. No problems knocking that one down. It's all knotted up.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for it.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Robinson following the bucket by the Raptors.
And that's exactly what you need. Everybody, big and small, crashing the glass.
Here's Dick. Love grabs the miss. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. Robinson passes to Jovic. 4-3. That shot off. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Nabaji. The offensive rebound. Pass to Mobo. Here's Abaji. Jaquez covers. Shot clock at 6. They set the screen. Dick with a miss. Miami's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Here's Robinson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside Dick. There's the triple. Nails it from 3. Dick's got 5.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Jovic passes to Jaquez. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance. Jaquez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so here is Miami. The Raptors making their last shot. Hero outside. Pass to Robinson. For the lead. Abaji with a rebound. The Raptors have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Dick's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Outside Robinson. The three ball hits the three-pointer. Robinson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Abaji. Jaquez covers. Fires from the wing. Pass to Abaji. Another shot. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Heat trail by 4. Here's Jovic. Now Love. Outside Robinson. Fires from deep. Rebound Toronto. Outside Dick. From deep. The shot that time not on target. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Setting the floor for the Heat. We've got Kevin Love. Mitchell out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Jovic in at the 4. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Jovic. And here's Jaquez. Launches a 3. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Back to Quickly. Over Love. Here's Pirtle. On the wing quickly. From downtown. And again, Toronto, no good.
Yeah, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And that one's good. Jovic. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Left side Ingram. And he drains the turnaround J. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. Pass to Ware. Back to Mitchell. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Burks. Count it. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. From behind the arc. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Wiggins. And the jumper from the wing offline. Raptors lead by 4. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Dick gets the bucket.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Wiggins against Barrett. A good look from Wiggins. They get it back. Where? Boom! He jams it straight down.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Burks passes to Adebayo. Now here's Mitchell. We've got 1:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Ware. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Ware's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And they pick up 2. Now just a 4-point Toronto lead.
Yeah, and the advanced pass there set it all up. Scanning ahead for the early offense opportunity.
Ingram pass to Dick. Picked by Pirtle. Puts it up from the high post. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Certainly he has the ability to take over games. Dick's doing it early in his career.
Pass to Adebayo. Works for 3. Buries it from 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Raptors lead by 3. The 3 from Barnes. The shot comes out.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now here's Dick. Here's Ingram. And he buries it.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Pass to Burks. Over Ingram. Burks no good. Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ingram. Adebayo grabs the board. Here's Burks to take the lead. He's off from 3. Barnes with it.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
From deep three-point land. Missed it. So it's the Raptors taking the W in a close one. What a performance. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and let you feel. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Rizachet in at the small forward. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. It's rebounded by Quickly.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
The putback, Barnes. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes got that big body. Just hang around the cup and create something.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Daniels. The basket good off the assist from Young. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. David.
Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Quickly. Jalen Johnson picking up that last basket. There's the three. They get it again. Barnes outside. Off target with his three.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Pass to Rizachet. Puts up a three. And Pirtle pulls it down. And Rizachet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And here's Young. After Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Now Rizachet. They get a hand on it. Johnson right side. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Quickly the pass to Ingram. Back to Quickly. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Quickly. Johnson against Barnes. Pulls it up. Back to Quickly. Fires from deep. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And he gets it to go.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Here's Toronto now. They're on an 18-6 run. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And here's Young. After R.J. Barrett hitting the three, Okongwu finds Young. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Young's got 5.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
The Hawks trail by 12. Here's Rizachet. No good on the three. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes outside, takes the three. And it's Ingram missing. Young looking it over. Launches it. Drills it from outside. Young's got a couple of threes now in the first for Atlanta.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And so it's Toronto in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Toronto?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
On the court for Atlanta, the front court is Rizuche and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 down low. Young for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's quickly missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
A reserve through his first 3.5 seasons. Quickly now stepping indoors to a starting role.
You know, Kevin, you go from instant offense role off the bench to now being a lead guard. The responsibility takes an extraordinary step up. But this guy is clearly ready, quickly wanted to be a starter in this league.
And the dunk by Rizuche.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. It's Ingram on the wing. Tries it from the top of the key, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ingram's got 8.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Okongwu with the screen for Young. He's looking for Okongwu and finds him.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And that one's good. Ingram.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
Okongwu with a screen on quickly. Pass to Daniels. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Quickly with a wide open look. Out to Barrett. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lobbed up there for Johnson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. A 3 from Quickly. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 8. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Rizuche. And the dunk by Rizuche.
Yeah, if you give Rizuche a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Barrett. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
Oh, my goodness, that was electric. R.J. Barrett with a little flash.
Young dishes to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors leading by 8. Quickly with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Quickly kicks to Barrett. Over Johnson. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Barrett's got 10.
For a good offensive player, you've got to take what the defense gives you. RJ does just that, settles into the mid-range. The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Ingram left side. The putback. Okongwu grabs the board. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And Okongwu slams it in.
And you can tell Ricochet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Pass to Pirtle. Pirtle sets the pick for quickly. The trade. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Ingram outside. Lets the 3 fly. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And this is what Ingram can do for you. Make a variety of shots over the course of a game. Tonight, he has been unstoppable.
Here's Young. Here's Okongwu. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. He's got 6.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
They've got Dick. And it's Abaji in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Dick, that's good. Dick's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, that's what makes Dick dangerous. You can't just play him as an outside shooter. He'll go to the hoop like he did there.
And it's LeVert missing.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Mobo can't hit.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Man passes to Capella. Back to Man. Here's Niang. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. Niang's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Dick wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. For the tie. Pass to Man. The second chance effort. Man's no good. Raptors leading by 3. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. Dick, that's good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. 3-pointer, LeVert. No good that time. The Raptors shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Now Dick shoots over Man and misses it off the right side of the rim. Hey, Doris, how about Terrence Mann starting on a loaded Clippers team?
Think about this, Kevin. You're joined in the starting lineup by 3 future Hall of Famers in Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. And what I love about Terrence, he didn't look out of place. Gives you some sense of how capable this young man is fitting in around great players.
LeVert finds Capella. Back to LeVert. To the inside. And the dunk by Capella.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
From downtown, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Mobo. And oh, he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
Oh, he got with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Inside, and the dunk by Capella.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. There's the triple. Dick, that's good. Dick's got 7 points in the game.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Toronto leading by 4. It's to Abaji. A 3 ball. Rebound by the Hawks. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. 3-pointer, LeVert. Mobo with the rebound. Raptors are going somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
In the corner, Nance with it. Now here's LeVert. Pulls from the top of the key, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Don't you love to see Karis LeVert rise and fire? Perfect form on that release.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. For the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Mann. He has yet to score. Pass to Capella.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And that one's good. Daniels. Daniels has got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows.
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Atlanta. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Ingram. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Ingram's got 19 points.
And known for the jump shot, Ingram needs to keep firing away with confidence from that spot.
Okongwu with a screen on quickly. And Okongwu slams it in.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Out up there for Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound. Hawks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Goes back up. And it's Reza Shea missing. Toronto leading by 3. Ingram attacking. And slam dunk by Ingram.
More and more, we see Ingram attack on the drive and convert it. His length and skill allow him to do so many things.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Quickly against Young. Quickly kicks to Ingram over Daniels. Here's Pirtle. Back to Quickly. Nobody near Barnes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Hawks trail by 5. Young outside. Pass to Rizichet. Here's the 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Barnes outside. Off target from outside. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Throws it up high. And Okongwu slams it in.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Trey, with a terrific feel for each other.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Young for 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And Barrett slams it in.
That's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
Quickly against Young. From deep, Johnson. Good D by Barnes. And here's Toronto. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Now here's Ingram. He's covered by Daniels. Barnes looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Barrett kicks to Quickly. Back to Barrett. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Atlanta ball.
Young against Quickly. Okongwu with the screen on Quickly. Ingram with the steal. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ingram. Quickly the pass to Ingram. A fadeaway. From deep three-point territory. Off target with that shot. So it's Toronto winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance. important matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Bryson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. Hero, no good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Outside Young. Pass to a Kongwu. Outside Young. Shoots over Hero. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Hero from way outside. Offensive board. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Young looking around. Throws it up high. Adebayo with a steal. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's the break. Pass to Risache.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
Here's Hero. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And out on the wings, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, BA, this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Now here's Young. Johnson a screen on Hero. There's Young with the 3. Adebayo grabs the board. For Miami, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Here's Wiggins. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Outside Young. Pass to Johnson. This one for 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Hero with it. Now a Kongwu defending. Adebayo with it. 3-pointer. And again, it's Miami from deep.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Young. Here's Risache. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And now the Hawks on the break. Back to Johnson. And he lobs it up top. Oh, the dunk by a Kongwu.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Daniels. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 1. Count it.
And the defense knows that Hero can get that jumper working from just about anywhere.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Young finds Johnson. Shot from the wing. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Hawks trail by 3. Left side Young. Outside Johnson. And there's the lob. And stolen by Adebayo. In transition, here they come. It's picked off. Stolen by Hero. Adebayo with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. The kick out to Wiggins. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Okongwu with the rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Daniels. Now here's Young. over Burks. Here's Risacher. Takes a three. He buries it from three. Risacher's got 5 now. It's all tied in Miami. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. This the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. A lot of talent on the court. And in the crowd, Jalen Ramsey making the trip this evening.
You want to talk about lockdown defense. That's Jalen Ramsey. The cornerback is likely very pleased with how things are going for the Heat.
Here's Wiggins to the hole. Ooh, Andrew Wiggins taking flight.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
The Hawks trailing. There's Young with the 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 6 rebounds in the game. And he's going for the lob. Oh, Wiggins over the top.
He makes that look so easy. Andrew Wiggins up and down on the alley-oop.
Outside Young. Johnson a screen on Hero. And Young, here we go.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his teams always finish in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie.
Showcasing his athleticism, players like this are why you got to be excited about Risacher's future in this league.
Hero against Young. Oh, there's the alley. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
The Heat have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. To the middle. Oh, big time finish by Wiggins.
He's got so much vertical ability. That's easy for Wiggins.
Outside Young. The 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Wiggins from long range. Wiggins with another miss. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Daniels. Here's Risacher. There's Young with the 3. No go there. He's 3 for 9 in this one.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They trail by 1. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, BA, tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Wiggins finds Hero. 6 to shoot. Pure from 3-point range. Hero's got 5.
And Hero early on in his career finds himself in these big-time moments.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Down low.
Well, nice vision on that pass from Hero, and he put the ball right in the shooting pocket.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Young against Hero. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Miami. There's 21 seconds left in the second. Pass to Ware. And here's Hero. Guarded by Young. Pulls up. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Young. Oh, Young with a physical finish inside.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Heat out in front, leading by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. How about Andrew Wiggins? Man, is he playing well.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. They've got Terrence Mann. Also, Karis LeVert out there. George Niang out there with Clint Capella. And it's Barlow in at the power forward position. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Jovic. Launches it. Capella with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
It's stolen by Jaquez. Here's Jovic. Knocks down the triple. Jovic has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
Hawks trail by 4. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Mitchell against LeVert. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Pass to Robinson. Here's the 3. Sinks it from distance. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Outside for LeVert. Over Mitchell. Love grabs the miss.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Kept alive. Outside Jaquez. Outside Mitchell. Clock at 6. There's the triple. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got 4 rebounds in the game. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close. But those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Capella, screen on Robinson. Man, the pass to Capella. Here's Barlow. Second shot opportunity. Love grabs the miss.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Jovic. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And now it's a 9-point Heat lead.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
LeVert outside. And he gets it to go. LeVert's got 5 points now in the quarter. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Jovic's shot is off. Hawks trail by 7. LeVert passes to Niang. Launches it. Love grabs the miss. Love's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Jovic. The rebound by Atlanta. It's LeVert on the wing. He's got 5. Stolen by Mitchell. Love against Capella. Love passes to Jaquez. There's a screen by Love. Offensive rebound. Pass to Jovic. Now Love. Floats one up. Hey, rejected by Capella. And 1:01 left in the third. 5 to shoot. Here's Jovic. Love for 3. Drains the triple. Love's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, it helps to have a big man who can shoot it. Kevin Love can certainly do that, letting that one fly.
Man, the pass to Capella. And here's Niang. Now LeVert, checked by Mitchell. Pulls up on the wing. LeVert, that's good. LeVert's got 7 points. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Jovic. He's got 6. And again, Miami with a triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Heat leading by 8. Outside Mitchell. No one near him. Again, the Heat score.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Pass to Capella. The 3 ball. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Miami Heat. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Duncan Robinson is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Out left to the wing. The 3 from Rizachet. And that's a foul called on Onyeka Okongwu. That's his first foul of the game. Heat leading by 8. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Here's Jovic. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Jovic has got 14 points here in the second half.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Love. And again, it's Miami converting.
Pretty reliable scoring range for Kevin Love there, and beautiful form on that shot.
Right wing. The 3 from Rizachet. Here's Daniels. The kick out to Johnson. Fires for 3. Love grabs the miss. Love's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. A deep 3. And again, it's Miami from deep. Hawks trail by 16. Outside Young. Will it go? Look at Young, making it look easy.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
From deep three-point land. And that one's good. Jovic has got 20.
You know, it takes incredible accuracy to drain it from that deep. So impressive.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
That's how you draw it up. The defense just couldn't react in time.
Robinson on the wing. Pass to Jovic. Robinson in the post. Love finds Jaquez. It's rebounded by Rizachet.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Hey, yo, right here.
Love passes to Mitchell. Wide open. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Young can't hit.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So Miami ends up going with a new group. Young, the pass to Daniels. From behind the arc. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 6 assists now in the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Young with it. Now Burks defending. Fires the 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
He got off to a slow start, but it appears he's found his touch from beyond the arc.
Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Fires from deep. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Young from long range. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Wiggins for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside Young. Young missing again. Miami's gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the 4th. This one for 3. And Burks with the basket on the assist by Wiggins. And the Heat lead by 11. Outside Young. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 40 seconds left to play in the 4th. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. At one point, they led by 16. Burks passes to Adebayo. Hero for 3. Doesn't go for him.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep it spending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And he sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. So it's Miami now. The kick out to Wiggins. Tries to break his ice. Back to Hero. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And so Miami takes the win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and go.
is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. Fires the 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. And the Raptors with possession. Quickly with a wide open look. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Hero with the screen on Pirtle. Where, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dan, I look at your list of players you've coached, some incredible scores along the way, including Brandon Ingram. Let's zero in on him. What makes him so good?
Well, Kevin, look, when you've got Brandon Ingram's size and then you have the ability to get where you want to go on the floor and you can just get to that spot and rise up above people and knock down shots, you're virtually impossible to stop one-on-one, and that's what Brandon Ingram has.
What a talent. And it's Miami with another. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, no good by Toronto. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Lets it go from deep. Hero, no good. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 4. Here's Pirtle. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra, and their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Thanks, David. Now, here's Barrett. Ingram outside. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Count it. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Hero from long range. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
On the wing quickly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Heat leading by 3. Wiggins passes to Burks. No good from outside. Toronto shooting 33% here in the first quarter. And here's Quickly for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Quickly's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Toronto. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps. And this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Raptors trail by 3. Barrett inside the three-point line. Here's Pirtle. Miami grabs the miss.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Works for 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. And the Raptors with the ball for 3. Ingram connects from three-point range. Ingram's got 5.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Shots good by Hero.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. team's shooting a steady diet from outside.
And it's quickly missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ingram attacking. Barrett kicks to Ingram. Back to Barrett. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Launches a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Barrett's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Burks from deep. And the three ball is good. Burks has got the lead back up to 6 now for Miami.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And he makes that one.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Out to the right wing. Here's Ware. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Burks dishes to Ware. From downtown. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here's Hero. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Burks on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Wiggins missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's the Heat on the break. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Burks has got 6 here in this quarter. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. It's a 5-point game. Quickly the pass to Barnes. Back to Quickly. Shot from the top of the key, and there are the Raptors with another bucket. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Higgins outside. The tray. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Nobody near Barnes. It's good. This game is all even.
Really surprised a little bit to see him drift out to the 3-point line, but I guess I should be if you can stroke it like that.
Burks on the wing, fires the 3, trains the 3-pointer. Burks has got 14 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his 3-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Barnes can't get it to go. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Wiggins from outside. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Barrett. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists now in this one.
Can't allow Barrett that kind of positioning. He's just too skilled at finishing, even when you try to get physical with it.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And here's quickly for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Outside, Hero. From the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now a 6-point Miami lead. And Toronto has possession. And Ingram launches it from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Miami with their lead standing at 6. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game so far from Alec Burks.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Mitchell is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the 4 slot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Raptors trail by 6. Here's Abaji. Off target from 3-point range. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kept alive. Mitchell kicks to Love. Here's Jovic. No scoring in this one. They get it back. Outside for Robinson. 3-pointer. Jovic, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Dick, that's good. Dick's got 5 points now this quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Robinson for 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And the Heat lead by 7. It's Dick on the wing. He has 5. Here's Abaji. Goes up on the wing. No good on the shot. Jaquez with the wide open look. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
There's the try. Miami grabs the miss. Pass to Jovic. Launches it from deep. And Castleton pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Heat leading by 10. Outside Robinson. Back to Mitchell. Here's Jovic. The 3-pointer, no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G-League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says, with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now, here's Mitchell. Fires for three, and the Heat, another three.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Abaji. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Heat leading by 14. Jaquez misses the three. Pass to Mobo. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Heat. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jaquez the pass to Jovic. There's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jovic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Here's Dick. And that time, also a missed shot. Here's Jovic. Beyond the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett at the small forward.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Mitchell passes to Jovic. A three. They grab their own miss. Out to the wing. Kicks it out to Love. Just 5 on the clock. And the three off target. Raptors trail by 18. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. Jovic has got 12 points here in the second half.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Shoots the three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Raptors trail by 18. And here's Ingram from the arc. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
A natural-born scorer. Ingram is a walking bucket, and he can beat you in so many ways.
Now, Hero. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Heat lead by 18.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Hero kicks to Wiggins. A baseline J. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in this game. Brooks pulls it in. The Heat leading by 16. Fires from deep. Over to the wing. Back to Hero. Over Barnes. Hero, no good. Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Raptors knocking down the tray. Miami no good on that time either. Raptors trail by 13. The fader. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Wiggins from outside. He can't get it to go.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Miami.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time...
In the air and down hard! Woo!
Oh, stop.
Pass to Adebayo. There's Hero with the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And the dunk by Barnes.
Assisted. Emmanuel Quickly.
And here is Hero. Wiggins dishes to Ware. For the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Hero way outside. Misses the shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.